case, and we are now still behind the schedule, but we'd like to move to the discussion part. So this time we will use an online voting system. So please read this QR code via your smartphone, a tablet, or something, and or put this web URL on your PC. Right? I will wait in a little bit. All right. Everyone is all right? So then we'd like to do voting. So, okay, next. Next, please. Okay, then question one is, how is the COVID-19 situation in your country? One is still expanding. Two, at its peak. Three, improving. Yes, please, board. Right. Okay, please, board. If the question is not seen on your smartphone, please reload button. Reload the website. So then I suppose then you will find the questions. Right? 9. Okay, all right. So then, unfortunately, we only have 9 answers, but we'd like to move to the next. We'd like to have a small, brief comment from Dr. Professor Prasit. Okay, Thailand, Dr. Prasit, can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Okay, then as you can see, the situation of COVID-19 is a bit different among countries. So as I understand that your country is in that scheme of hammer and dance works well, but actually in Japan, it doesn't work well, unfortunately. So then what's the key to prevent this pandemic globally? Do you have any idea on that?
I think first one of the critical success factor in Thailand is because the academic people work closely with the government, with the management people. And by working together, we can convince the Thai people. I mean, whatever we mention in any media, we go in the same direction. And it makes more confidence for the Thai people to believe in it and follow what we recommend.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think this is one of the things that are different between the East and the West.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you. Okay, the key is in the presence of a strong leader or the government or something, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. Then sorry, we have a very limited time, so then we'd like to move to the next questions. Right. Question 2, how is the situation of media coverage on COVID-19? 1, they're correct and unbiased. 2, exaggerated with wrong or fake information. 3, repressive. So please vote. Okay, is that all? Right. Okay, all right. And about half the answer it's exaggerated with wrong and fake information. So I suppose that same in Japan. Yes. So then can we have a comment from Shao Sensei? Taiwan? I'm not here. No. Oh, unfortunately, he already quit it. So, right. So can I have some comments from some expert, Oga Sensei?
Can I give some comment on this?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Right. Actually, right now in the media, there are two people who do the two functions. One for the Ministry of Public Health, they she work like a spokesperson. They have an announcement every day, how many new cases, how many mortality. I personally, I function as an influencer. I get into the media once a month, just only provide some information issue and some comments, not all the time. So we divide into two parts. The academic person will work as an influencer, provide information, provide suggestion. At the same time, the spokesperson of Ministry of Public Health provide the figures. But most of the time we are in the alliance. We are in the alliance and we move on the same direction.
Right, thanks a lot. Okay, all right. Okay, then okay, please move on to the next question. All right, and what does your government do to keep the economy going in your country? Okay, you can choose multiple answers. All right, again, 1, cash assistance to all students. 2, tax reduction. 3, support for tourism industries and the restaurant businesses. For others, 5, nothing. All right, please vote. Okay. Right. Oh, to answer to nothing. Okay, the measures are the cash assistance to all citizens and the support for the tourism industries and the restaurant businesses. Okay, right. Now, I'd like to have some comments from Professor Jacques Eksteen. Right, right here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, please turn on the microphone. All right, okay. All right, would you give us some comments on that?
So specifically on what does your government do to keep the economy going?
Okay.
Is that the question?
Question is how to, all right, okay, then I'd like to ask you the future perspective on economy. I suppose that most of the governments try to do some measures to prevent their economy status or something like that. So do you have any idea to keep our economy status against the COVID-19 pandemic?
I think the important thing is, I've mentioned, I think earlier in my presentation, that we have to look at doing more businesses and materials processing in country. We do have to diversify our supply chain so that we do some manufacturing, and particularly keeping materials. For instance, in Japan, it's important to keep materials in country through recycling, and by that create an industry that actually provides a growth industry. But also then the other part is then the link to things like batteries for renewables. I think one of the big trends we're seeing at the moment globally is a move away from fossil fuels. It was already there before COVID, but the whole COVID situation has made it even more important that towns and cities and so on become more emergency resilient. And to do that, we need renewable systems, but in supporting that, we also need to produce batteries that can provide the storage. And one of the key things is the opportunities therefore is where different countries produce batteries, cells, battery packs, and so on for their own use as a start, and maybe for export. Australia, in that perspective, is focusing specifically on producing battery chemicals and materials for export, given our mineral provenance. And that is opening up significant job opportunities during this COVID time and post-COVID to refocus the economy on a different aspect of the economic development.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so thanks for good comments. Okay, next, it's okay. Certainly, we'd like to move. Right. Okay, are there any subsidies for low-income classes in your country? Okay, 1, yes, depending on income levels. 2, yes, but unrelated to income. 3, no. Right, please vote. Right, thanks. Okay. Right. It's a depending on income level is more than half the answer to yes, depending on income levels. I suppose the impact of the COVID-19 is more severe to the low income classes. So then in some countries, and it makes a social division or something like that. So then it's a very important part. So, okay, so I'd like to ask this to the Dr. Chok, right? Would you have some comments?
Yeah, so in the Singapore context, most things are means tested. Very few programs are universal in nature. There were 1 or 2 cash injections from the government in the last couple of months that were for all Singaporeans, but a lot of the other assistance packages, for example, financial assistance, are income reliant on per capita income per household. And some of the schemes you have to apply for. So for example, we have support grants for people who have lost work, but they also put a percentage income loss. So you need to have lost your job you need to have lost at least 30% of your income for at least 3 months before you can apply for this scheme. Or for that one, you need to have declared income tax for a certain period. So for some of the members that we know who are working in sort of ad hoc jobs, they may not have proper income slips. They may not have participated in the government pension schemes. They may not have declared the income tax for a couple of years. So this made them, this excluded them from quite a number of schemes. Also, I think what is of concern is when they do means testing before giving out subsidies, the means testing is pegged to income level that we feel does not reflect the actual kind of median income in the country at the moment. Yeah, so it's pegged too low.
All right. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the next. Right. What is the government's approach to preventing and controlling the spread of COVID-19 in urban areas? Right. 1, avoiding streets, closed spaces, crowded places, close contact settings. 2, securing social distance. 3, universal masking. 4, others. All right. You can choose multiple answers. Okay, right. Okay, in these questions, and equally answered, right? Okay, so then I'd like to ask to Professor Padma Weerakoon about how to make an urban planning in this new normal era. Do you have any idea on that?
Yes, actually in urban planning, the preventing and controlling the spread of coronavirus in COVID-19 virus in our country, mostly maintained about the social distance of urban areas. Now, only we have some people in the foreign countries are coming in this time, but no spread in the coronavirus. There are no COVID cases in the society, in urban areas also. Therefore, because government always give some ideas about how to protect it, and the government always advise to people to maintain social distance and for controlling the spread of COVID-19 in urban areas. Therefore, actually our urban areas are secure. No spread in the society of COVID-19. Only in some in hospitals, but there are no, first government identify the clusters of corona in the initial stage. There are some clusters. Then government identified that clusters and they give proper attention to these clusters for spreading that virus. Most Sri Lanka Army and military forces are engaged that process for control that one. Therefore, now our urban areas are safe.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so the next is the last questions. Are higher education institutes such as universities reopened? 1, yes, with in-person classes. 2, yes, but only online classes. 3, yes, with a mix of in-person and online classes. 4, no. 5, others. Okay, please vote. Okay, oh, only one answered and already started in-person classes, right? Okay, the majority is a hybrid one. So, but in Indonesia, the most of the students are not satisfied online classes, right? So then do you have any solution on that, Dr. Ganda Sensei?
Okay, thank you very much. I think it depends to the number of students in the university. For the large number of students like us, it is difficult if we reopen the campus, because we cannot control the students during their time inside the campus, not only in campus, maybe outside the campus. Yeah. But for those university who only have a few, for example, for 1 year, maybe 20 or 30 students, I think, they can reopen, but with restrictions, limitations, the number of students who can come to the campus. So I think it depends to the number of students, on my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Right, so then we still have a lot of issues to discuss, but we are running out of time, so we'd like to close this session. So the last night in Fukuoka, where the Kyushu University is located, is attacked by the large typhoon. But today we have, this is a very shiny day. So like this situation, now we are in the storm of COVID-19, but we sure believe that we will have a brighter future. Right, so thank you for joining us, and see you in person at the next opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
森山先生、ご発表いただきました先生方、ありがとうございました。次の若手研究者によるプレゼン発表と質疑応答は開始まで今しばらくお待ちください。